Welcome to Café Web TV, where we explore the power of self-discipline and how it can transform your life. Self-discipline is not just about willpower or motivation. It's about creating lasting habits that lead to success in every aspect of your life. From achieving your career goals to improving your health and relationships, self-discipline is the key to unlocking your full potential. Join me as we dive into the world of self-discipline and discover how you can cultivate this powerful trait to achieve greatness. Let's get started. What is self-discipline? Self-discipline is the ability to control your thoughts, emotions, and actions in order to achieve your goals and live a fulfilling life. It's about making conscious choices that align with your values and priorities, even when they may not be the easiest or most comfortable options. Self-discipline requires a strong sense of self-awareness, as well as the willingness to challenge yourself and push through obstacles. When you have self-discipline, you are able to stay focused on what matters most to you, resist temptation, and consistently take actions that move you closer to your desired outcomes. It's a powerful trait that can transform your life in countless ways, from improving your productivity and creativity to enhancing your relationships and overall well-being. Why work on your self-discipline? Self-discipline is useful in many areas of our lives. For instance, it's what pushes you to do high-quality work, even when you don't feel like it. It gives you the strength to stay professional with your clients, even when you're ready to throw in the towel. It helps you to stick with and achieve tough goals that you set for yourself. Self-discipline also enables you to keep going through to great success, despite what others might see as insurmountable odds. It can also improve learning and enhance performance. Studies have shown that students with a high degree of self-discipline retain more knowledge than those without self-discipline. Additionally, researchers discovered that students with strong self-discipline are more careful in their tasks, which improves their performance. Research has also shown that measuring a person's level of self-discipline is a more accurate predictor of success than measuring their IQ. How to build self-discipline? Self-discipline happens in our prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for focus, impulse control, and emotion. That means that it's a psychological function connected to emotion and impulses. That's why it's often inherently in conflict with the logical, rational part of our brains. In order to change our behavior, we have to tap into neuroscience-backed strategies to change. It's not enough to rely on willpower alone. The more you change, the easier this becomes as your brain resets to connect reward centers to disciplined behavior. Think of a new runner. The first few times running may feel slow or make them sore afterward. But then they start to feel the endorphins and dopamine when they run and start to feel the physical benefits, making them want to run more. Follow these steps to start working toward a goal in your life. 1. Identify growth areas. First, start by examining areas of your life that you'd like to improve. Perhaps you have an obvious red flag, like poor results from a health screening, a bad performance review, or a plea from a loved one to make a change. If you're not sure where to start, write down how you spend your time in a day. Look at your calendar or phone screen time report for cues. Then, reflect on what you value and ask yourself whether your behaviors uphold those values. There are likely a few things you're doing each day that don't honor those values, but hey, that's true for all of us. Don't worry, you won't be tackling all these areas at once, but it's good to get the big picture. Once you apply self-discipline in one area of your life, the skills will transfer to all other areas. 2. Choose your goal and start small. Now that you've identified some growth areas, choose one to focus on first. Start small by choosing an area that you believe is easiest to achieve. That way, you can experience the emotional rewards of success quickly, enabling you to move on to more ambitious goals. If you have a big goal in mind, choose a smaller version of it to accomplish first. For instance, if you dream of doing an Ironman competition someday, start with a sprint triathlon or individual running, swimming, and biking races. If you want to lose 50 pounds, start with 5. Start by setting goals for just 1 week at a time. 3. Visualize your outcome. Did you know that you're more likely to reach your goals if you write them down? The act of writing down goals creates a link in the physical world to what's going on in your head and serves as a reminder. This can be as simple as a sticky note on your computer monitor or as complex as a vision board. Visualizing yourself achieving your goals can also give you a greater chance of success. Your brain interprets imagery as real and creates new neural pathways to allow us to follow through. So, when you imagine something vividly, your brain chemistry changes as if you had actually experienced it. Try saying affirmations out loud. I can, to visualize your success and squash your feelings of inadequacy. 4. Set your environment. Before you start, make changes to your environment to increase your chances of success. Studies show that your environment makes a difference for people trying to achieve exercise goals. If you want to eat better, purge all the junk food from your house. If you want to read more, cancel Netflix or delete social media apps from your phone, whatever you know might distract you. While ultimately you want to practice self-discipline in any environment, removing distractions where you spend the most time can be helpful at first. Changing your environment also signals to you that something has changed. You aren't just repeating your life on the same Groundhog Day-like loop. 5. Don't wait for it to feel right. If you wait for your schedule to clear up, your kids to get older, or your inbox to reach a manageable level, you might never get started on the work that needs to be done. Embrace every moment and try to do your best work. 6. Know how you'll measure progress. If you don't know how you'll track progress, it will be difficult to know whether you're succeeding. Be sure to set a goal that's measurable. Instead of be a better father, you may want to set a goal like spend 2 hours of 1:1 time with my daughter each week. In a business context, look at what goals you want to achieve and then work backward to see what activities it'll take to get there. If you want to reach your sales quota for 1 month, start by identifying how many meetings you should book and set a goal for yourself for each week. 7. Get an accountability partner. Peer pressure gets a bad rap, but it can also be used for good. Asking for accountability, particularly from someone you live with, can go a long way to build self-discipline. You can engage in one-way accountability, where you ask someone to check in with you or hold you accountable at regular intervals. The best kind of accountability, though, is two-way accountability where two people commit to hold each other accountable for a set period. The social pressure of knowing someone will ask you about how you're doing is a powerful motivator and doesn't take the self away from self-discipline. 8. Lighten your load. Willpower is an inexhaustible resource. You may have a full tank and full motivation at the start of the day, but by the time you hit 6 p.m., your self-control has been chipped away. Your car broke down, your kids frazzled you, you burned dinner, and now your boss just texted asking you to work on something tonight. At this point, you just throw in the towel and pour yourself a glass of whatever you're trying to avoid. Set yourself up for success by taking things off your plate. Get that cleaning service or that meal service to give yourself more free time, or simply say no to some commitments you can live without. 9. Build new reward associations. Habits are hard to break because it feels safe to follow patterns we know, and we've established reward associations, for instance, the delicious taste of eating a huge bowl of ice cream. By journaling or paying close attention to how you feel when you perform an old or new action, you can reevaluate your old reward loops. This strategy also lets you form new reward associations, like a great night of sleep after cutting out alcohol. 10. Fail. It's not that those with self-discipline never have days where they eat all the donuts in the kitchen, spend 45 minutes on social media, and lose. 11. Take care of yourself. Self-discipline is worth very little if you're hurting yourself to achieve it. Chasing some goals can come at the expense of your overall health and create new problems. If you're burning the midnight oil for weeks or months on end to be more self-disciplined, you've missed the point. Part of self-discipline is taking care of yourself. Breaks throughout the day, a healthy diet, time in nature, and healthy relationships will recharge you to help you stay focused on your goal. Your day starts when you choose to go to bed and set your alarm the night before. 12. Use time blocking. If your biggest excuse for change is that you're too busy, there's a way to play yourself at your own game. Time blocking is a method of scheduling time on your calendar not just for meetings, but for rest, focus time, and dreaded activities you just keep putting off. Alongside meetings, there's time blocked for workouts, focus time, end-of-day admin tasks, and lunch. For a busy executive, or any other person, this ensures that the most urgent tasks don't nudge out important tasks that need focus time. At first glance, this may look like there's no white space in your schedule at all. Time blocking doesn't mean that every hour is busy, it just means that every hour is intentional. 13. Treat yourself. Want your good habits to stick? Reward yourself. Too much deprivation often means we start justifying bad behaviors. This often sounds like, "I've earned this," or "I deserve this." This is often the beginning of the end of our progress. Instead, give yourself treats throughout your self-discipline practice. These treats, whether a nice dinner or a new pair of shoes, will help you feel restored and balanced. 14. Forgive yourself. Just as importantly, you must forgive yourself when you slip. We talked about it already, but you will fail. It's inevitable. What's important is that you move forward. To do that, you've got to forgive yourself. Give yourself some grace. Did you fail to meet your goal? Yep. Will you have to work hard tomorrow to catch up? Probably. Will this have any effect on your long-term progress? Nope. Once you've looked at the impact of your slip, you can decide how to move forward and get back on track. Step 1. Make sure your alarm is set before going to bed. 15. Set bigger goals. Once you achieve a small goal, you'll feel a sense of reward. It won't feel the same as finishing that bowl of delicious ice cream, it'll feel different, inspiring. Next, you can set a bigger goal and use the same strategies to continue or tackle a different area of your life. Remember, self-discipline is a practice. You will not be perfect every day. What's important is showing up each day ready to try. So, what changes are you going to make today? Developing self-discipline is a lifelong journey that requires consistent effort and dedication. But the rewards are worth it. By mastering self-discipline, you can unlock your full potential and achieve your goals, both big and small. So, stay committed to your journey, stay focused on your goals, and never give up. With discipline, anything is possible. Build your self-discipline with Café Web TV.